Hello, happy Tuesday. It is January 17th. My name is Kaylin Robinson, and I am the Superstar Consultant leader of my team. I am out of Texas in the United States. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, if you are on my team, I appreciate you, and I am here to support you. So if you are watching the replay off of YouTube, welcome to my channel. If you are not a consultant, there's a link in the button to learn more. If you would like to host a party with Scentsy, I'm always here for that as well. I love getting my hostesses free and half off items, and that is something that I would love to do for you as well. So anyhow, last week we talked a lot about goal setting with the new year and kind of like where to start and kind of what goals to focus on and where to start if you've never set goals, if you've never made a plan for growing your business big. Excuse me, I just scarfed down my dinner right before this. Right after the training I did last week, talking about goals, sharing what my goals are and how I track my goals and where I kind of start and how I know what goals to set and where to put those different levels and breaking them down and all of that. Then I was reading in this book that I have, it's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It is already phenomenal, and I am only in the first chapter. But right there, and I felt like this was speaking to me and something that I wanted to bring to all of you today. It says, forget the goals, forget your goals. And that just kind of stuck with me because I am always so goal focused with my business. I am always setting goals. And once I meet them, I up the goal. If I get close to the goal, I up it because I want to always have something to reach for. The problem with that with Scentsy is if your goal is about a title or a paycheck, once you reach that goal, then what? It's pointless because you've reached the goal. And then where do you go from there? Problem number one, they state in this book, is that winners and losers have the same goals. So if my goal right now is to hit director and Susie Q over here has the same goal to hit director, one of us might not meet that goal. And it's all about the systems we have in place. And so when you forget about your goal, you need to put more focus and thought and emphasis into the systems you are doing and the actions you are taking to reach the goal that you have set. When you spend less time focusing on the goal and you focus on the systems instead, the goal will come. And there's always, no matter who you are in this business, no matter what business you work with, what job you have, if you are watching this and you are not a Scentsy consultant, whatever your job title is, whatever your job duties are, there are systems that you have to do to make sure to meet deadlines, to make sure to meet goals. I used to work in schools, elementary schools. I had systems for my lesson planning. I had systems for my grading. I had systems for how I conducted my class. As a leader in a school, as an assistant principal, I had systems on tracking my schedule, conducting observation conferences, conducting observations, how I was going to complete 24 observations in 2 months was by setting systems and keeping those systems in place and consistent. When you think about what goals, and I'm not saying at all to forget your goals. I still have my goals. I'm still going to push for that goal on the monthly basis. If your goal is something about reaching a title, your goal should not change. Your timeline or your systems should change. Okay. And so today we're going to talk a lot about systems and a lot about things that can help you reach goals that you have set, but ways that you can do that on a daily basis. Systems you can do every single day to reach those goals. When I started with Scentsy, it's been about 2 years now, I was working 60 plus hours a week outside of the home. And my goal was to be able to quit my job. I did that. I didn't reach some of the other goals that I had set, but I had reached that goal. Not completely because of Scentsy, but it definitely played a role. It definitely helped. I only had 15 minutes, maybe an hour every day to put into my business. And I still was able to grow. I grew my team to about 20 people while working 60 hours a week. So if you think I'm too busy to build my business, I'm too busy to have a party, I'm too busy to sponsor a teammate, I'm too busy to coach them, I'm too busy to get new customers, you're wrong. And I know that that's a little bit of tough love and it's hard to hear, but it's true. 15 minutes is all it takes. In 15 minutes, whether that's on your lunch break, whether that's after you put the kids to bed, whether that's while you're cooking dinner, you could watch a training and grow yourself that way, get new ideas, learn about new systems. You could follow up with 15 or more customers. Hi, wanted to check in, see how your Scentsy is doing. Which scent is your favorite? In 15 minutes, you could reach out to 15 to 30 different people about hosting a party. In 15 minutes, you can schedule 3 or 4 days worth of posts for a party if you are doing a Facebook party. I recently started trying out scrolling parties, pocket parties, whatever you want to call those. The idea is that you always have your phone in your pocket and the party's right here. And so a pocket party is just that. It's a party that lives in your pocket. I'm doing a scrolling version that I use on Canva. If you don't have a paid Canva account, then you wouldn't be able to use this. But one thing that one reason I decided to try to implement scrolling parties and pocket parties is because of time. Now that my business is getting to the point where I need to spend more than 30 minutes a day, I needed a way to have more parties with less work, less time. I'm still there for my host. I'm still there to coach them and to provide recommendations on how they can get more sales and more rewards. I'm still there for the customers if they have questions. I'm still there to go live and show products. But I'm not spending 30 minutes scheduling out posts for a Facebook party. All I'm doing is editing this one template with their name, their dates, their link, and then sending it to them. In a matter of 3 minutes, I can create a whole nother party. And so this is a system that I have started implementing for myself, because now if I have 3 parties in a week, even if I'm scheduling them at the same time, it's still going to take me an hour, maybe even an hour and a half to get all of those posts scheduled for a 5-6 day party. Because I have to find the text I want to use from my script. I have to find the images that I want to upload. I have to schedule them and make sure that I'm scheduling them at good intervals. I do that. I still do Facebook parties, and I'm old school. This is what it looks like. I write down, I forgot the line, so I put their name at the bottom. I have a launch party and 2 other parties. And then I put which day it's posted, what time I want to post, and what I want to post. Does that take some time? Absolutely. But then when I sit down to schedule, now I know I'm doing this on this day at this time. And I don't have to go back and forth and think, oh gosh, what was that post did I already post about counter clean? Did I post about flowers? Oh goodness, I need to make sure to post about hosting a party with me. I don't have to do that because it's written down for me. But now, even with this system, and my husband, whenever he walks by me, he'll say, do you want me to get you a chisel and stone? Because he knows that I love technology. I love a good spreadsheet. I love a good Google Doc. I love my email. I love my workstation. But for me, crossing something off of a list is very easy. And so when I have somebody who doesn't want a Pocket Party, they only want a Facebook party, guess what? I'm doing the Facebook party for them. And then I use this system here where I literally cross off every single thing or put a check mark that I posted that content on the day and time that I wanted to post it. But if they have a Facebook party, not everybody's on Facebook. Their grandma might not be on Facebook. Their sister-in-law might not be on Facebook. So I'm also going to take my 2 extra minutes, put their name, their link, their dates on a scrolling party, a Pocket Party. And I'm going to say, hey, we've got your Facebook event set up. Go ahead and start inviting your friends. Once they've done that, next up, all right, and for the friends and family that don't have Facebook, here's a link that you can text them so that they can still be part of the fun, but they don't have to have a Facebook account. So implementing these systems, these simple steps, I no longer have to rely on just Facebook. I no longer just have to rely on their home party and who shows up to their home party. I can send them a scrolling party and say, let's post this, send it to anyone not on Facebook. I'll share it to your event page. And then at the home party, the people who show up get to do their shopping there and save on shipping. But everybody else, they don't get to be left out just because that day and time didn't work for them. Okay. Every catalog season, that scrolling party will take a little bit of time to update with the new warmers, the new scents, whatever's new. And then there's 1 or 2 slides on there for whatever the LTO is, a scent and warmer of the month page. So all I have to do is move a new warmer picture, copy and paste that description from the website, add the picture of the new bar, the scent of the month, copy and paste that description. So there's 2 minutes, right? You get all of that from your workstation. And then like for right now in January, bring back my bar. I have a whole slide for that. I did edit my host and join page at the very end of the scrolling party to show the double half off rewards right now. But again, I already have the image that I've shared to my VIP group, that I've shared to my personal page, maybe I've shared it to my stories. Now I'm just going to include that. And now it's gone to 7 different parties really quickly. With your customers, if you only have that 15 minutes to do follow-up or 15 minutes to try to book a party, there are 3 things that you need to think when you're doing this. And I highly recommend writing it down, or if you are super technology savvy and you are in the digital era and you love that, a note in your phone. Who did you ask? You're going to write their name. You're going to write the day that you asked them. And then if they said yes, you can just swipe them off and go ahead and schedule their party. But if they said no, then you're going to follow up with them. So you need to ask, track, follow up. So you are not only focusing on all of these different things, or you're no longer having to focus on all of these different things. If you take every Monday, you take 15 minutes, and that is your only day that you're following up with people who recently ordered with you. And in 15 minutes, that might only be who ordered with you this week or this month. And if you have time, do the last month too. If you're not sending Happy Mail, oh well. Oh well. Your customers shop with you because they like you. If you, some Monday, say that you are following up with people who have ordered from you recently. And then on Tuesday, you have, 3 different sports practices and you don't have a way to dedicate 10, 15 minutes of your time. Fine, skip it. Family first, always. Wednesday, you had church. So you don't get home till late. Maybe you got takeout on the way home. Send the kids off to bed. 15 minutes you can do. Laying in bed, 15 minutes. Send off 15 messages. Hey, would you like to host an event with me? a lot of people are getting scared of this word party. So you could say something more like, hey, Jenny, would you like to get your next order for your half off? You're asking for a party. You're not using the word party. They're going to be more interested, at least in hearing more information. If you are not doing these things because you are afraid that they will say no, do it anyway. Do it anyway. The point is to get a no, because every no eventually will be a yes. I could send 30 messages to customers. In fact, using Project Broadcast, I sent 250 messages. Another system, by the way, that I love. It scheduled out a text for me. So while I was sitting in church, or I was sitting at dinner, I think it was my birthday dinner with my parents. It blew off a text for me to 250 people that said, hi, first name, and it put their name in it. So now it's a personal reach out. I'm not just a robot copy and pasting this message to everybody. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Susie Q. January has double half off host rewards. Would you like to earn some free and half off? It's super easy. And I might write on there, we could schedule an event, or you could just share this link with your friends. And then I give them a scrolling party that took me 2-3 minutes to make. You just make their party in the workstation, copy and paste that link to your scrolling party, pocket party, whatever you want, text party. I threw a picture on there for the one who is doing a launch party. That way everybody would know that it was for her and not for me. She has a lot higher chance of having better sales, earning her kit for free, getting better rewards, having a higher commission check her first time around. All of these things, Project Broadcast, writing my list down, scrolling parties, these are wonderful systems that I didn't have when I first started. If I knew about these things when I first started, oh my Lord, I can only imagine where I would be right now. Like I said last week, it is not your job to decide who is the right host. It is not your job to decide who is the right person for your team. I shared a diffuser special the other day. Like if you buy a purifier, you get a half off diffuser bundle, because a purifier is going to get me right now double host rewards, half offs. And so therefore I have 2 half offs. They can put a purifier in there. I'm sorry, a diffuser. So you buy a purifier, you get a diffuser half off. You have another half off, the perpetual party reward, plus $25 in free credit to spend. I posted that and I said, limited time, January only. I must have had 6 or 7 people say, send me more information. Send me the details with the pricing. And a lot of people see that post, they get excited, but they don't realize that bundle, it is a whole party. They don't realize that whole bundle is going to cost them still $300 to $350, upwards to $400. But they also see that they're getting all of this stuff. And so for that, I did copy and paste my response, because they were on Facebook sending me a message, commenting, hey, send me the details. And almost every single one of them said, oh yeah, that's out of my price range, maybe another time. And I said, we can get it for you even cheaper. Let's get a link set up for you. You share it with your friends and family. Once they order, then bam, everything's going to be a lot cheaper for you. And if they can get $200 in orders from their friends and family, now that purifier is going to be at least $25 off, $20 off. So that already is making it $20 cheaper. Plus they can still get the diffuser half off. They can still get another half off item. They can still get the $25 credit towards their purifier if they want. You just never know. When you have these high ticket items, or if you have a customer who is saying, gosh, there's so much on my wish list. Oh my gosh, when I get paid, I would love to get everything in Amazon Ring. Ding, ding, ding. They are either your next host or your next teammate. Gosh, I wish I could afford all of these things. Ding, ding, ding. Your next host or your next teammate. Oh my gosh, I wish I would be able to stay home with my baby. I don't want to go back to work after maternity leave. Ding, ding, ding. There's your next teammate. Hey, I think I might be able to help you with that. Have you ever thought of doing what I do? They might not be able to quit their job right away, but if they can pay for their groceries, pay for their gas, pay for their child's daycare, that could be a huge load off of their shoulders. But if you don't ask, they don't have a chance to say yes. You are automatically assuming that they're going to say no, so you're not going to ask them. It can't work that way. Another thing that I wanted to share with you guys. So last week we talked about, list of 100 and getting like where you can find these people to help you meet the goals, to help you get the sales you want. I sat down and I thought, I literally went into my Facebook friends list and I looked at these people and I gave up after that many people. I'm not going to show you their names, but I went through and I thought, let me look. Who am I missing? I've done my list of 100. Most of those people are current customers, or they've flat out told me, heck no, never, don't ever ask me again. And in that case, no means no. A lot of times, no means not right now. So I went through my Facebook friends list and I wrote down the names of anybody that I knew had liked on a Scentsy post of mine, had commented on a Scentsy post of mine, whether or not they're in my VIP group or not. They had never ordered or hadn't ordered in a long time. And also just general people that I thought, man, I bet they would love something fragrant. Oh, they've got little kids. I bet they could use something for their car. So I wrote them down. Or even people who had told me once upon a time, yeah, I want to do a party, just not right now. And then they ghosted me. So I wrote them down. Because you better believe your girl's going to go back and I'm going to tell them, hey, Sue, I know we talked about this like months ago. And right now we've got this killer host deal. You get double the rewards. And it doesn't take any work from you except inviting your friends or sending off this text. That's it. You better believe I'm about to spend my next power hour reaching out to all these people. And if they say no, they don't want a January party, well, guess what? I also want to let you know February, everything's going to be on sale on my website. Just about everything is going to be about 10% off, maybe even 20% off if they do what they did in July. I'm going to say, with that time frame, we're better for you. And then they hear, oh, everything's going to be on sale. I'm going to slide in there and say, with everything on sale, your friends and family are going to be more motivated to shop, which means more free stuff for you. Every transition month, I get so many more parties scheduled because of the way that I phrase it. I let them know why that month is the best month for them. And then if they want, they can save their rewards and cash them out the next day on the first of the month and get new catalog stuff. Their friends and family shopped all the old stuff that's discontinuing. They're going to get the new stuff. And guess what? I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, wow, I can't believe you got that new warmer. It's so gorgeous. Would you mind sharing a picture on my page or on your page and tagging me? Because now they're putting it out there for their friends and family that just met me or people that didn't join the party. And they're going to say, oh my God, I got this new warmer. It's brand new from the catalog. I'm one of the first to have it. And they're going to attach my name to it. And then I could get more parties. I could get more customers. I could get a new team member because I asked them to share, just like asking people to host, asking people to join. Ask them to share, ask them to refer you, to brag about you. I do Scentsy Club mail. So every month that somebody has a club, they get a nice little package for me in the mail. Yeah, it cost me like $4 or $5 to ship it, but you know what? They are bringing me customers. They are bringing me their friends and their family. If that's not in your budget, don't do it. Write them a nice thank you card, stick a little stamp on it, and just say, thank you so much for having a club with me. I appreciate your support. Any bit of personalized thanks is enough. They just want to be recognized. I have a customer that had been shopping Scentsy for years, she said. She shopped from my sister's party, and I sent her a thank you. And I put in a scent circle, and I hand wrote a thank you to her. And I said, thank you so much. I so appreciate your support. It means the world to my family. A couple weeks later, I saw her at my nephew's birthday party. And you know what she said to me? She said, you know, I will definitely continue shopping with you and not the other lady that I was with, because I have never once had a consultant say thank you to me for my order. What? Even a thank you text cost you nothing. And now with Project Broadcast, I've implemented that system. Somebody places an order with me, it's going to schedule off and shoot them a text automatically for me. And then I don't have to think about it, but I'm still giving great customer service. And you better believe they're going to return to me. So going back to what we were talking about before, with goals, going back to this book, don't focus on the goal. Forget about the goals, focus on the systems instead. All of those things are going to get me closer to my goal. If you were working towards this incentive trip and you didn't make it, it's okay. If you have even 1 point towards your incentive trip, be proud. Be proud that you did something to get that 1 point. And it's really hard to get just 1 point. So say you had like 100 points. You did something to get that 100 points. Now do that something 250 more times, 100 more times, 20 more times. And just think about how much your business could grow if you did the one thing that worked over and over and over. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. If it's not working, don't do it. It's not going to all of a sudden work. I mean, maybe it will, I don't know, but. So winners and losers have the same goal. When you achieve your goal, it's only a momentary change. You get excited, you might go out to celebrate, but then what? Now you have a new goal, and that excitement is gone. So when you're focused on the systems, the goals will come and go, and new goals will come and go, and all of a sudden your business is booming. It also says that goals restrict your happiness because you're constantly stressing about whether or not you're going to hit that goal. Again, don't necessarily get rid of all your goals. I didn't, because they are important to me. But I also know, and I am putting a lot more focus on the systems I am doing so that those goals can be less stressful and I can keep my happiness while doing these systems and reaching those goals. If you have these goals, don't give up. Do not give up. Right now, I can tell you my PRV in December was not what I wanted it to be, by far. I wrote down, and this is something I challenge all of you to do. Comment, message me, whatever, reach out. I am more than happy to help you with this. I wrote down the last 6 months and what my PRV was. I added that up, I divided by 6, and then that was my average. And so if I want my average to be 2,500 PRV a month and it wasn't, then what do I need to do to change that without relying on things like the flash sale this week, without relying on the Cinderella Castle launch, without relying on Hocus Pocus or Sven or all of these things that were huge? So one thing that did though, is that I was so down and out and bummed about having low December PRV. I did not hit my goal by far. But when I looked at my average in the 6 months was above my goal. So then I look back into the months that were well above my goal: November, August. And I need to reflect back and think, what did I do those months that worked? What did I do that worked and got me to the goals? What systems did I do? What systems did I put in place? How did I follow up? How many parties did I have? How many new clubs did I get? And then you need to think back on how you're going to put that into the future, right? So then, because I was down about my December PRV, and then I got excited and happy because my 6-month average was above my goal PRV. So I thought, let me go back 6 more months and see what that average was. And I had those, so the last 6 months was July through December. I was above my goal, my 2,500 PRV goal. Insert income disclosure, results not typical, do all your hard work, and it can be possible. But then I went back and I did January through June. I had the same goal. I wanted a minimum 2,500 PRV. Some months I did, some months I didn't. And I thought, well, March was real good with that flash sale. Maybe it averaged out. You still want to look at them individually, because in June, I mean, I don't know what the heck was going on with me, but my PRV was in the toilet, like straight in the toilet. But you know what? I went back into my reports. I had 5 new team members that month. So I was not focused on me. I was focused on growing my team and growing them into having a successful start in their own business, changing their lives. January through June, my 6-month average was below my PRV goal of 2,500 a month. And I have that 2,500 PRV a month goal for annual sales. So my 6-month average was below. But when I compared my January through June average and my July through December average, I had an increase of 166 PRV on the average. So I still had growth. So it's really important to, if you have been here for at least a year, if not, do them 2 months at a time, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, and see where your growth is. Yes, you can look at the report on your workstation, but sometimes seeing numbers and seeing what the growth number was from this chunk to this chunk to this chunk, sometimes that's more helpful. So I had 166 PRV on average more in the second half of the year than the first half of the year. So what did I do? Now through June, I took that 166 and I bumped it up a little bit. And I put it at, I think it was like $300. I increased it. So I took my average from July through December, whatever that was, and I added 300. That is now my goal, but I also have to figure out what systems I can put in place to reach that goal. Okay, and that's where my list of 100 is coming in handy. That's where my dream team list is coming in handy. That's where making sure that I am scheduling out parties in a systematic order. That's where I'm using scrolling parties. I am asking every host if they want to join. I am asking every person that likes or comments on a post, hey, do you want to get that for free? If they like my diffuser post, if they like my scent of the month post, if they like my, I don't know, flash sale post. Hey, do you want to try and get some free goodies off this flash sale? What? How do you do that? Well, let me just, here's a link. I'm gonna go ahead and make it for them and share it. Here's the link. Send it to your friends and family. Let them know about the sale. Go ahead and do your shopping. After the sale, You might have some free and half off goodies to redeem. I just booked a party and they don't know that I booked a party. Find creative ways to make this opportunity more enticing, more exciting, whether that's the hosting opportunity or the join opportunity. Keep your eyes out on your feed. If you see somebody say, gosh, groceries are just getting so expensive, I can't believe eggs are $6 a dozen. Ding, ding, ding. Hey girl, you want me to help you get your eggs for free? Not literally free, but you want me to help offset that cost of those eggs? Because I'll feel you over here, right? There's this meme that's like, you know, back in the day, we had such an abundance of toilet paper and eggs that we used to throw them at people's houses. Let's offset that cost. If they've got young children and they are complaining about the cost of childcare or daycare or fees for sports or fees for schools, oh my gosh, they're asking for money for this field trip and then this shirt and this trip and all this stuff. Ask them if they want to earn some money. Let me help offset the cost of all your kids' activities so that they don't have to stop their activities. Oh, I don't have time. Why not? What do you do when your kid's playing soccer for an hour? I sit in my car and scroll on my phone. Okay, so sit in your car, scroll on your phone, and post a bunch of things and earn some money. I take my kids to the playground in our neighborhood, and I take my to-do list with me on my phone, and I sit there for however long my kids want to play, and that's how much time I have to work, so that I'm not taking away from my family. I'm still present with my children, but I'm earning money. I have prioritized the things that I'm doing, the time that I'm doing it, and making sure that I can be there with my children. My whole why, my why for this business, my why for being successful is to be home with my kids. If they are my why, they cannot be my excuse. I can't say I don't have time because I have a 3 and a 5-year-old. So what? Even if you feel like you are with your children 24/7, you're not. Go send a follow-up while you're sitting on the toilet. There's all kinds of ways around it. It doesn't have to be 15, 30, an hour all at one time. It doesn't have to be a set time block. Does it help? Absolutely, because then your mindset is in focus and you can accomplish more when you are in focus than when you're trying to do a million things at once, you know? So if you send off one while you run to go to the bathroom, send off one while you're sitting in the drive-through, send off one during a commercial break in your TV show. You don't have to stop doing the things you love, the things that bring you joy. Just stop wasting the time in between. If you take your kids to the park, sit there and text off a few customers and say, hey, what's your favorite scent right now? What are you warming right now? Build a relationship with them. It doesn't always have to be, hey, come buy something. Hey, come buy something. Hey, come buy something. And that's the only time they hear from you. Build a relationship with these people because that's what they want. They shop with you because of the relationship you provide them. Anyhow, so your challenge, long story short, next week we will talk about Booking Blitz and kind of getting your calendar full for February. Next Tuesday is the 24th, and that is the perfect time to be scheduling for the next month, because you might not know if there's a host special or join special or any of that, but you already know that everything's going to be on sale. Everything discontinuing is going to be on sale. Go back to all of your friends that only order from you in the fall catalog. If they say, I love the cinnamon smells, I love my house to smell like Christmas, those are the people that need to party in February, because then they can stock up on all of that, and then you can ignore them for the whole spring and summer catalog when you know they're not even going to bother anyways. Also, you can get them into club, but that's a whole nother training. We'll do that one in a couple weeks. So go through your PRV. And if you've only been here for a few months, look at 2 months and then the other 2 months and compare your growth. So November and December, September and October, how much did you grow from September, October average to November and December average? And if you didn't grow, think back to the months that you were successful. Think back to the months that you were at 200 PRV, 500 PRV, 1,000, 2,000 PRV. Heck, 4,000 PRV, I don't know. If you want help figuring out what systems you need to start, what systems you need to stop, drop a comment, let me know, we can chat. If you are watching the YouTube video replay, give this video a like, follow my channel. I'm here every Tuesday doing a training with my team. I'm going to stop the recording so that I can answer the questions from my team directly and kind of conserve their privacy off of this. But if you would like to host or join my team, let me know. The links are in the comments. I am more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Thanks for joining, guys.